Last night, the Colts released their first unofficial depth chart of the week. And this one's interesting, right? Because Juwan Winfrey's involved now, Grover Stewart not involved with his suspension. There's some good, interesting stuff on here that I thought you guys would want to know. So now at the current moment, while there's 6 wide receivers on the team, it goes Michael Pittman Jr. Behind him is Amari Rodgers. Josh Downs in the slot. Behind him is Isaiah McKenzie. Then you have Alec Pierce, and behind him is Juwan Winfrey. So it looks like if Alec Pierce is out, Juwan Winfrey is getting signed to replace him and be on the field. I assume that's just for 3 wide receiver sets. I am still going to assume that Josh Downs is going to be on the outside when it's 2 wide receivers on the field. But we'll see how the team decides to go and what direction they decide to end up going in game. We'll see if anything comes out before the game. If it does, I'll definitely let you guys know. But I thought that was interesting that Juwan Winfrey was slotted in right behind Alec Pierce. And I think that's very telling of what his reason is for being signed on the team right now. And now I'm interested to know, okay, how long are they thinking Alec Pierce might miss? Is it like a 1 or 2 week thing? Does it look like he might be out for an extended period of time? Can't wait to get more information on that. Coach is going to be talking to the media at some point today, and later today, we will be talking about that. But as we continue to go through this depth chart, we look at the defensive line. We talked about yesterday how Taven Bryan would be slotting in for Grover Stewart. That is the case. He's now number 1 on the nose tackle depth chart, with Eric Johnson slotting in behind him, which is as expected. But now it would probably be expected that Tommy Ade going to be active going into every game on Sunday. And this is where we're going to need to see DeForest Buckner come up big, right? Having the rookie behind him, he'll get some reps, but DeForest Buckner's going to be there on the important downs. If we get down in games, he's probably going to be on the field a lot because we're going to need him on the field to hold up in the middle without Grover there. But again, Taven Bryan, he's a solid piece to fit in there. He hasn't been bad for us this year. So while missing Grover is a big deal, he's one of the best run stoppers in the league. Taven Bryan has made some plays this year. I don't think we're going to be that affected because we have DeForest Buckner there still. So realistically, DeForest Buckner is probably going to get a lot of double teams. So we could see Taven Bryan actually be a guy that has a massive effect on games coming up for the next 6 weeks. Okay, and we'll see if Grover Stewart's suspension ends up lasting 6 weeks, because what came out last night after the news came out about Grover Stewart being suspended and Grover Stewart talking about, I would never knowingly put anything harmful in my body that could make me fail a test. There was something that came out from Aaron Wilson, NFL, on Twitter. And he said that the NFL and NFLPA issued a reminder to players warning them there is some meat produced in China and Mexico that could be tainted and contaminated with clenbuterol, an anabolic agent that's a banned substance. And I'll flash the memo up here from the NFL so that you can read it. You can pause this video and read this if you'd like. I'm not going to sit here and read the whole thing. But it is interesting with this coming out, will they decide to review Grover Stewart's suspension? Will they make some sort of exception? Will they just hold him accountable? Because at the very bottom of this thing, you can see that it says, please remember that as stated in the NFL policy for performance-enhancing substances, quote, players are responsible for what is in their bodies. So they could just decide to hold him accountable and keep his suspension active, which is very probable, right? This is the NFL we're talking about. They fine guys for just about anything, right? You could have a little bit of skin showing, your socks pulled down a little bit, you get fined, right? They'll fine you for anything. They'll suspend you for just about anything. So probably not. But, they changed the gambling policy, and sure, that's a change of a policy. So some of these guys came back early, like Jameson Williams. But it'll be interesting to see what happens now that this came out. If anything does change, of course, as soon as that happens, I'll let you guys know as soon as I possibly can. But for the current moment, he's out 6 games. And we're going to need, again, DeForest Buckner and Taven Bryan to step up big time while he's out. And to close this video out, I just want to say thank you. If you're somebody who's been subscribed to this channel, recently subscribed, somebody that's a returning viewer, even if you're not subscribed yet, somebody that comes by the channel if you enjoy the content, I appreciate you all, man. We finally made it to 1,000 subscribers, which is great. I'm somebody, I've had another channel since 2020. and was never able to make it to 1,000 subscribers. So the support that Colts Nation has showed in the less than 3 months since I took over this channel, like, you guys are great. There's so many of you that interact in the comment section, which is awesome. I try to get to you guys whenever I possibly can and have conversations with you guys. You guys make it fun to do what I do every day. You guys help me reach a massive milestone on YouTube, and I can't say thank you enough. I've said thank you a lot of times along the way, and will continue to. I want to make sure I show you guys some love, but really can't say thank you enough for all your support and for coming by the channel as often as you do, stopping by and hanging out. I appreciate each and every single one of you. All right, and with that said, as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and go Colts.